For some reason, it's not showing that we're streaming on Twitch, even though I'm streaming on Twitch. Give me a minute. There we go. Okay. For some reason, Twitch is not wanting to work right. There we go. Okay, so I'm actually streaming now, even though for some reason it just didn't work right the first time. Hi, how is everyone today? Let me go ahead and get this swapped over. Yeah, we are going to the arcade today. I have two games that we're going to be playing. I was originally planning on playing some other things, but then I remembered that I had these on, well, essentially on Xbox 360, so I figured, okay, I can still run with the idea of doing a, my TV is a little bit louder than I thought it'd be. Hold on. There we go. That works. So I can still run with the idea of going to the arcade. I just can't do what I originally planned, because originally I was going to do some other arcade games, but just all sorts of issues this morning. I bet this is really loud at the moment. Alright, turn that down just a little bit. But I've had all sorts of problems in the past, I don't know how many hours, just to the point where it's not working at all. What is cool stuff? A variety of special features. A guide to, oh, you have to complete the game as Homer to unlock characters. Beat the game as Bart to unlock flashbacks. Ooh. So, well, I guess we're going to be playing as Homer today. Computer monitor went out. The program I was going to be using to stream today completely and utterly broke. Just nothing worked out correctly this morning. And so we're just going to go with this as normal. Team quarters. All players share a pool of 40. Each player gets 10 credits. Unlimited continues. 1 credit, 1 life, no continues. I'm just going to go with, yeah, unlimited. I mean, it doesn't matter at this point. We want to make it through the game. And so we're going to go with Homer so we can unlock the character viewer. Assigned index, blah, 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 I don't care. And so here's the story where apparently Smithers and Homer bump into each other. Smithers is apparently a diamond thief. And Maggie catches... yeah, Maggie catches the diamond with her mouth. I don't understand anything as far as the story is concerned, but I do remember as far as this game, I used to play this, like, I don't know, just all the time when I was a kid. I loved this game, even though I didn't always have the quarters in which to play it. But yeah, this was a game that I just absolutely loved. Anytime I saw it, I would play through it. And I never realized until I got older, and by got older, I mean like a week or so ago, that this took place, like, I think this was made in 91? And even though it was made in 91... the series came out in 1989, and so maybe the game was in its second, maybe third season before it came out. And so I still feel like for some reason that the game is really, really loud. Ooh, dude, seriously, stop it. Let's get the fire department in on it. Okay, I want to check something real quick. Alright, we're back with this. So, yeah, hell. So there's a lot of things that, if you play the game now, don't make a lot of sense. And the reason why is simply because of, it is what it is. You know, it's a product of its time. And if I remember correctly, this character is from the episode Bart the Daredevil, which takes place at the very beginning of the episode. I can't remember who he is, but he's a German wrestler, is what I can remember. He ends up defeating Rasputin, the friendly Russian. Ow. Yay, we got 2 ups. Oh, God, nuts. I never was really good at beat-em-up games, so I would always end up getting trounced to a degree. Yep, things like that would happen. And dude, it just took most, if not all, of my energy in one fell swoop. Yeah! 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 Celebrate! That's right. That's how we do things here. And we got a giant Krusty the Clown balloon now. And Maggie's head just then. Okay, so I'm hitting buttons. Ah, yes, the Simpsons Arcade. ERB, how are you today? Hope you're having a great day today. I am. Wow, I did poorly just then. I did very poorly. It's a great game, but awful represent. Yeah, well, I mean, my remembrance is this game came out like around Season 1, Season 2. Or I think it was, no, Season 2 or Season 3, sorry, of The Simpsons. And I think that had something to do with it. The reason why that you had that. But you're right. My day started off rough, but it's gotten better. I can feel you as far as, not to say that I'm saying that we experienced the same things, but my day began with my computer monitor deciding to die on me. Santa's little helper. Throw that dog. And steal those from Marvin Monroe. Steal that. Can I? Yeah, I can throw Otto's drink. Okay, I didn't realize that. This game dropped mid-season 2, based on season 1 only. That's why I thought, like, the first boss looked like a character, a German wrestler from beginning of Bart the Daredevil. Excuse me, I need that hammer. Oops. I actually watched Bart the Daredevil last night with my wife. Yep, that's right. That's what I thought. And I'm not going to be able to get the names of all the episodes right. But I do recognize, as far as later on, we're going to be fighting a character very reminiscent of the episode where Homer is mistaken for come on. Where Homer is mistaken for the, good grief. For Sasquatch. There we go, that gets the word out. Disney Plus is how I'm having to do at the moment. And I understand that with Disney Plus, there are certain things with the aspect ratio that are way off. But I get by with what I can. I do have a few things as far as, like, on Sasquatch. Yeah, he was mistaken for Sasquatch, and Maggie ends up being reared by bears. Is how I remember that episode going. But that's much later on. Ah, come on. Alright. I don't like the hammer as much at the moment. I mean, it's a nice thing to have. At the same time, it's not quite working out well for me. That's not health. That's okay. Okay, you got your own hammer. Alright, that works, I guess. They put them back. Okay, so they're back to 4-3, so they're much better. That's good. I'm grateful to hear that, actually. All right, so now we're fighting the giant Krusty balloon, which is, I'm assuming just yeah, a Krusty the Clown balloon. Krusty the Clown balloon. I don't remember seeing anything like this. Come, hit, okay. See, I don't remember seeing anything like this from any of the episodes of The Simpsons, like a Krusty the Clown balloon or something of that nature. There we go. Had to get behind this guy, hit him a few times. Ah. Yeah. Alright, that was easy enough. One bit of art, mercifully Krusty. That could be it. That could be from Krusty Gets Busted. You're absolutely correct there. I didn't even think about that. Springfield Discount Cemetery. I do find it's weird that Smithers and Mr. Burns are criminals like they are in this game. I know that they did extraordinarily shady things, but just outright robbing a jewelry store, I'm not quite certain about that. But like you said, this is from the era of beat-em-up games, and like, I'm also planning on playing the X-Men beat-em-up game. I looked away for a moment and died. The X-Men beat-em-up game. And Konami had this weirdness about how they did these games. And, you know, you've got the very excellent "welcome to die" phrase that Magneto utters. Good grief. Good night. I'm just being way late. Okay, I was like, wait, what button am I hitting? Come on, get back in there. I think it's the biggest sin in the way it represents. Yes. And like you said, they had very, very little to work with at the time. And so, it's not uncommon when they have little to work with and not really know what to do. Like, I guess it's because I spend way too much time paying attention to the old licensed video games and some of the things that I've done, like researching them, which again, way too much time in my life has been spent doing that. One of the things that a lot of game developers bring up is, in many instances, they don't know a whole lot about the source material before they make the video game. And because of that, that's the reason why a lot of licensed video games are nothing like the material at all. Krusty Gets Busted, but if it's right on Season 2, I getcha. Come on. Alright. So the skull. We've got more zombies, and these guys dig themselves into the ground and travel around that way. Ah. Let's see. The Grave of Krusty. And, a spooky ghost. And of course, just like any good game, you've got the, good beat-em-up, you've got an elevator stage, where as you travel downwards, you get surrounded by mooks. Because what beat-em-up game doesn't have something of this nature? Right? Oh, okay. I like knocking these guys off because it just makes it so much easier to get through this section. If I remember correctly, the cemetery, somehow we end up from the cemetery, we get into Moe's Tavern, is I think we're about to enter into. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, somehow we end up in Moe's Tavern from here. In the Moe's Tavern? That's where I think I'm going. Oh, I had them trapped for a moment. That'd have been pretty cool right there if I could just left them trapped where they were. Yeah, Moe's Tavern, guarded by mobsters, hidden in Prohibition era, you know, Springfield. You got to go into a graveyard for the gravesite of apparently Krusty, who somehow is dead. Come on, come on, come. Okay, this guy is getting on my nerves. Because I thought I was hitting him. Alright, there. Like, I don't understand why Moe's Tavern is underground like that, but hey, whatever. There's the picture in the background from Season 1 when Homer teaches Bart about treating women properly. And Mr. Burns asks Homer how to be a ladies' man. This game predicted Bart the Fink where Krusty fakes his death. Okay, there you go. Hat. There's Moe getting prank called again. For some reason, Barney is that. I don't know what Barney hurt. Okay, I can just kind of scare Barney off. The guy's gonna mop the floor with me. It looks like that broom. It's either a broom or. Okay, does Moe attack? No. Okay, Moe just sits there. It looks like that's I know that's supposed to be like a broom, but it looks like it's on fire more than anything because it's the bright red color of the floor. That's all I think about when I see it. Bleeding Gums Murphy and some dancing women, just like you would find at the at Moe's Tavern. And I can't pick up and throw the baby, although there's Maggie right there. Barney went from... That's right. And if I remember correctly, there was a period of time where Smithers was black, if I remember right. Like in episode or two, he just was. No explanation why he changed back. He just was. And this is all like if I'm going by memory. I've been watching some of the Simpsons lately, but I'm certainly not an expert on it by any stretch of the imagination. In fact, I actually didn't watch a whole lot when I was younger. I did not at all watch a lot. Okay, so we got, alright, I got no idea on this one. Other than the fact that that's a drunk guy. That's all I can really... I did no clue what episode this guy would be from. I watched way too much of it. Yeah, that may actually... That's a great explanation as to why they probably changed it. Because it would be really bad for him to... Yeah, that's actually a very viable explanation. Like, I tried watching it when I was a kid, But, you know, as far as, like, there's this big thing of children emulating The Simpsons and getting in trouble, that was me. I repeated one or two words and then made the statement, well, Bart Simpson said it, and that got me into a lot of trouble as a child. There's that bear from Krusty Land that we saw earlier. Now, if I remember correctly, this is based on the episode... I said where Homer is mistaken for Sasquatch, but what ends up happening is Homer goes to take the family on an RV adventure. He cannot afford a good RV, so he buys the cheapest thing that he can come across. And they end up being stranded out in the middle of the wilderness. Maggie is raised by bears. And Homer, who's covered in leaves and dirt and all sorts of other stuff, ends up mistaken for Sasquatch. And their test run on him and things of that nature. But I think the boss of this is based on that bear, although it, you know, obviously turns out that he's not the bear. Okay, yeah, I gotta get that Sasquatch down this way so I can move forward. The Call of the Simpsons, that was it. That was it. Nelson, what are you doing out here? Thank you, Nelson. I had to push a bunch of buttons to get that from you, but yeah. I've noticed bluebirds appear suddenly in various stages. There's the three-eyed fish from when, not Smithers, but, when Mr. Burns runs for Senate. Sideshow Bob is actually helpful for some reason. Yeah, it is kind of strange, but it's kind of expected in something of this nature. Okay, we're going to take a step back, and there's the bear. Like, I think the bear was going to eat Maggie at first, and then Maggie started sharing the pacifier with said bear. Oh. Oh well. Take advantage of those invincibility frames. Ah. Well, not taking as good of an advantage as I should. Ah. Not by this time release. The three-eyed fishman. Okay. That's right. That was later in the season. Later in a different season. You're absolutely correct. I just saw it, and that was the first thing that came to my mind was Mr. Burns. How's that phrase from? How is that statement? You've got the of a runaway freight train. Why are you so popular? Yay, we knocked the bear out, and it's not actually a bear. And Maggie's just like, goodbye. And I like how it just makes it out as if Krusty may be helping them out. Because you've got the Krusty Balloon, you've got the Krusty Copter. Krusty just seems to be helping Burns and Smithers, although you don't really see him really involved. Oh, it would be good. And then you have the fever dream of this game. Literally. Krusty in the Moon. Deadly Donuts. Falling Stars. again, this is one where it's like, not sure. Ow. We're fighting. Okay, saxophones I get, because I guess it just dreams or nightmares depending on the character. Like you've got, you know, being attacked by donuts would be detrimental to Homer because he loves them. Saxophones, that would be detrimental to Lisa because, you know, Lisa's a saxophone player. She loves her some Bleeding Gums Murphy. You know, things of that nature. Krusty's a bit... Okay, to be fair, that is true. Krusty is a bit of a shady character in the series. Then you've got the nuclear power plant guys. That would definitely affect Homer's... Oh, hey, I didn't kill them. Homer as well. I was wondering if we'd see some enemies that would be more along the lines of something that would affect Marge or Bart, and I'm not seeing anything yet. Okay, there we go. Bart Devils. Alright, as long as this works. Alright. If this is what it takes to defeat the Bart Demons, then yeah, we'll go with that. I should be getting to the boss. Oh yeah, I'm at the boss. Big old bowling ball. Again, no clue. I should get out of the way. Oh! He's gonna put up more of a fight now. Oh! Nope. Though he doesn't really fight with his fists. Not that I'm really complaining. Alright, he's gonna bounce again. He should... Nope, not bouncing a third time. Good. Yeah. Alright, what you got for me now? You got feet. And you shoot homing bowling pins. That's a new one on me. Alright, we're gonna take the hit. At this point, I don't know how to dodge the homing bowling pins. Can we defeat this guy? Can we defeat this guy? Can he be beat? Alright, so he's just devolved or evolved to a giant tentacle to smack me around. Alright, that works. Alright, finally beat. Given how mad the Simpsons had become, I think they should have kept it. Barney Gumble was supposed to be the owner of Barney's Bowl-O-Rama, but they thought a drunkard owning a business wasn't realistic. You know, in all honesty, there's also what's referred today as the, I'm trying to remember the exact terminology. I won't remember it, but in psychology and things of that nature, there is, there's something referred to as a functioning alcoholic, and basically he's an alcoholic, but he's able to go about his daily tasks no problem, as if there is no issue whatsoever. And so that's, Barney could be an alcoholic owning a business, and it would make sense, especially what we know about, alcoholism in this day and age. Oh, hey. If I remember correctly, because one thing I found weird, I don't think Kent Brockman was never part of Season 1, if I remember correctly. He was, he was around Season 2, I think. Come on. Stop. Hammer time. He was not the original cast at all. That's what I thought. And so, that's why he wasn't part of, this video game. Good grief, I just got waylaid. And so, but I just remember, like, I would play this game, later on, before I really got into The Simpsons, per se. Okay, I'm at the boss already. I'm at the boss. I didn't realize that was really quick. Big robot, the alien, I understand. Okay, so I throw the aliens. Wait. To do a lot of damage, I throw the aliens at him. Oh, okay. That was not a boss. That was just an enemy. Oh. I did not see that coming until it was too late. Come here. I will mop. Long range. Ow. Weapons mean nothing when you can't aim properly at enemies. Turn towards them. Turn towards the Homer. Or, you know, don't. That works too. Yeah, I didn't. I was like, wait. Why? That just seemed like a boss the way that it was set up. So I'm assuming that we suddenly hit ninjas. And again, I'm just... Oh, I remember the boss now. The boss is like this kabuki guy. That's right. And again, it's one of those where I'm just going, I don't understand what's going on here. Hey, Inu, how are you? So memory serves. Memory hazy. I was also playing X-Men Origins Wolverine, which I remember better. Hold on. Last time I played this like 6 years ago and it was free on PS Plus. So I was playing, which I remember better. I gotcha. It's been a few years since I played this as well. Last time I played this, I was not married. And so that will yeah, like you said, it kind of goes. I do remember I got this for like, it was on sale on Xbox for legitimately like $1. It was like on sale really cheap, and I've read stories of people paying $10 for this game on Xbox Live, and I just went, excuse me? You paid how much for this? We paid $10. Like, I got this game for like $1 on sale. Yeah, that is crazy. Which granted, you know, you could probably spend $10 at the arcade playing this. I've probably spent close to $10 already if this were an actual arcade. But yeah, still, that's absolutely nuts. That was the selling price for this. There's the boss, Kabuki guy. Yeah. Again, I have no clue what this is from. And there's a part of me that's like, they were given the source material. I'm just wondering where this source material came from. You know, for Kabuki Boss. But then again, who knows, it might have had some sort of, there might have been something that was planned in The Simpsons for much later that never came to pass. Because, again, this guy, no clue. Alright, that's gonna hit. That's gonna hurt. Yeah, that's... Well, I mean, again, it's one of those where they had to have taken some liberties while making this. Because, I don't understand how you could have gotten this. But, what do I know, right? I know nothing. I have died so many times during this stage. Ah, good grief. Alright, we got him beat. And this is actually the second Kabuki-type stage that I remember from a Konami game, a Konami beat-em-up like this, that's based on a... licensed property. The one that I'm thinking of right now is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game for the NES. There's a level that's not in the arcade version, if I remember correctly, that's literally in kind of a, and I'm just going to say Kabuki again, Kabuki-type setting, because I can't think of a better way to word it. And the boss is one that has not appeared before or after in any of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stuff.
Welcome to my world.
Welcome to my world. Okay. Beat him up. He drops bombs. You can pick the bombs up. He's got the nuclear cape, which is really weird to me. Alright. Yeah. But this is not the weirdest part of the game. And I think you guys, if you played this, you know what I'm talking about. The weirdest part is still coming. Ah! Ah. I don't think he does what normal bosses do when they're... I don't see him flashing, and I don't think he's going to. Weird dance there. Extra follow the leader episode with the city's covered. Yes, that's also in the NES version and does not appear in the actual arcade version. I think the NES version actually has more stages than the actual arcade game, if I remember correctly. And some of the bosses were different as well. Like, there's the stage where you rescue April in the... I want to think... Oh, yeah, we got him beat. I want to think that in the NES version, that is Baxter Stockman. In the arcade version, it's Bebop and Rocksteady. I think that's it, or I may have that in reverse. Game is run double the length of the arcade one. Yeah, that seems about right to me. And it also has a version of the Konami code. A version. It's not the same thing, but it's very similar. Good grief. He says excellent over and over, but... Excellent. Excellent. Ooh. But, you've got a code for 10 lives and level select, and it's... Oh, did I say, did I beat him that fast? Nope. The code is BA, BA, up, down, BA, left, right, BA, start. And that'll give you 10 lives plus level select. Or, if you want to play two-player that way, it's BA, BA, up, down, BA, left, right, BA, select, start. It is, to this day, the only code I have converted to memory. I don't have the actual Konami code stuck in my head for some reason. Yes. Yeah, Rocksteady was the first one, then Bebop. The third stage takes place in the sewers, and so you have the human form of Baxter Stockman and his Mausers. The fourth stage is the Tiger boss in the Snowcap stage. fifth stage is, I want to think, the car park stage, which is where you run into Baxter Stockman in his regular form. The next stage, I think, takes place on a highway. There's actually no boss. Okay, I think we actually got him. Wait, nope. Third form. Haven't quite figured it out yet. Excellent. The next stage takes place in... Give me a moment to think. On a motorized skateboard. And there is no actual boss of it either. Then you are in a quarry where you face against one of the rock men. I can't think of his name. Ah, we're getting close to defeating him. Right. Then you have the pagoda stage where you face the samurai type boss. Then you've got the Technodrome where you face another Rockman. Then Krang. Then you face Super Shredder. General Trag, that was it. That was it. I played that game a bunch when I was a child. I saw that it was available on the on the NES, and my parents asked me what I wanted for my birthday one year, and that's what I asked for. And I played that game constantly. Nuts, come on. Come on, just super move. Ah. So I know a lot about it. In fact, I think for my very first birthday stream, I did stream that as one of the games. Come on. Oh, come on. Nah. Dude. He's just plowing right through me. Oh, hey. I think we beat him? Yeah, we actually beat him. And he just falls over dead with a heart attack, and Maggie lands on top of him. Yay! I gotcha. I like how Maggie was sucking on the pacifier before then. She sticks the pacifier in a dead Burn's mouth. Now she's sucking the pacifier again. The family has been reunited with Maggie. And, if I remember correctly... Hey, new features unlocked in cool stuff. So we've beaten the first game that we are intending on playing today. We're going to be playing another game in just a moment. I want to let the credits play through this. There's actually another reason why I'm wanting to go ahead and play through this game. It's the fact that Cosmoronic and I do the movie, the game, the podcast, and we just finished up our last episode. And the current episode that we're doing, or the episode we'll be doing soon, is actually this game. And so I figured, yeah, 46 minutes is how long I did this, and not to mention the few moments where I had dropped frames and, you know, kind of paused for a moment. Yeah, Homer didn't even care about the diamond at the end. They just wanted to get Maggie back, which is, I think is pretty neat, that they cared more about Maggie than they did the diamond. And I want to look at cool stuff real quick. Because we unlocked characters. Yeah, and so it shows the various characters that are here. You get Patty and Selma Bouvier. That is, you know, Marge's sisters. Grandpa Simpson. Howard. I don't remember Howard. Howard must not have lasted long on the show, like within the first season. or first, 2 or so seasons, because I do not remember him. Seymour Skinner, Martin Prince, rest in peace. Russie Taylor, Sherry or Terry, same thing there. All 3 characters voiced by Russie Taylor, who passed away last year. Professor Werner von Braun. That's what I thought. Yeah, that's from Bart the Daredevil. Itchy and Scratchy, I never noticed them. Krusty the Clown, Santa's Little Helper. Yeah, Milhouse Van Houten. Yeah, I noticed him. Snowball 2. Otto Man, Marvin Monroe, Sherry and or Terry, Sislak, Princess Cashmere, who I was talking about. Howard was the kid that taught Homer how to play that boxing game. That's right. That's right. You're absolutely correct. Princess Cashmere, the one that Homer ogled over. I mentioned that episode on that stage. Bleeding Gums Murphy, Nelson Muntz, Sideshow Bob, Blinky, Waylon Smithers, and then Charles Montgomery Burns. So there you go. Those are the characters that are in there. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch back to the start screen real quick. I'm going to switch back to the start. There we go. And that way I can just go back to exit the game, and I can get the other game started. I'd never have remembered that. I wouldn't have either. I mean, Inu's got us beat there. I know the exact episode he's talking about now that he mentions it, because at the end, Homer is absolutely decimating Bart at the game, and then Marge is trying to get their attention. She unplugs the controller, or unplugs the console, just as Homer's about to win, and then Bart retires and says, "Well, that's it. I'm retiring from boxing now." Just as Homer is about to beat him. So I do remember that episode. But yeah, that's awesome, Inu. You remembered that. All right, let's hop into the next game. Again, it's a Konami beat 'em up, and it'll be our last game for today. Ooh, you got the old style movie Marvel logo. And so yeah, this is the X-Men game. And as I stated, I wanted to play this more over MAME, which is what I had planned on doing, but MAME decided it didn't want to work with me at all. Like, it worked last night. I woke up this morning, tried to start it up, it locks up. Uninstalled, reinstalled it, locks up. Tried a different version of it, locks up. And I'm like, you know what? I've got Moo Goes to the Arcade. I can still do Moo Goes to the Arcade. We can still play some arcade games. And so I figured we could go this route at the very least. It's not necessarily what I wanted to do, but hey, it works. So we'll be playing X-Men, which is another arcade game. I always saw this, but I never really got the chance to play it when I was younger. MAME wouldn't be allowed on Twitch anyway unless you're a big name. Yeah, so it probably worked out. It works out best for me in the end. Local game, cabinet, 6-player, not that it matters much, difficulty normal. I mean, I'll just do the 6-player because it doesn't really matter. ROM, USA, or Japan. We'll go with the USA version simply for the wonderful levels of English. I've always found it weird that Dazzler is in this game. Like, I think this was made during a time where they were making they were going to make an X-Men cartoon that placed a specific focus on the character Dazzler. The show never actually survived. I don't even think it really aired one episode, although there is a test pilot out there. And so that's why she's in this, because when you think of X-Men, Cyclops, yeah. Colossus, yeah. Wolverine, yes. Storm, okay. Nightcrawler, absolutely. Dazzler, even in the late 80s, early 90s, Dazzler would not have been my first pick. So let's give her some love anyway. Okay? Alright, that's fine.
In the 21st century, evil mutants led by Magneto aim to destroy...
We'll give her some love. Even though I think I don't know if she has one of the worst... And again, this is one of those instances where I'm like, what information were they given? Dazzler would have been replaced with Jubilee, right? Yes, that would have been the case. Dazzler would have been replaced by Jubilee. One thing I don't understand, and again this goes back to how much source material did they receive, is why are Sentinels the size of the X-Men, and why are Sentinels fighting with Magneto? Because Sentinels are specifically made for killing mutant, or killing and or capturing mutants, and are giant robots. And their big weakness is their head. So again, it's one of those, I have questions about the source material, but I'm not going to question it that deeply. You know what I mean, guys? Because this is still an enjoyable game. Yeah, it's something I have fun with this, but it's been the last time I played this was actually with my wife. She wanted to do a few episodes of a game with me, and so we started out by doing this. And this was like around 30 minutes. No wrestling, Philly. No wrestling for a while. I like to do, I try to keep things with variety, and right now I've got, on Tuesdays I'm doing Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. On Thursdays I'm doing, actually I'm not going to say what I'm doing on Thursdays because I just finished Infamous, like Thursday night. So I've got a game upcoming, but I haven't figured that quite out yet. But how are you, Philly? I hope you're having a good day today. I do have some wrestling games that I do want to try out in the future. I just want to take a little bit of time in between the various games to play some other things. And so we got this going on. And normally on Thursday or Saturdays, I try to play a game that I could probably finish in a stream. That's usually what Saturdays are reserved for me. So I play shorter games like this, or like I recently did Mega Man. I finished that in a stream, and then started Mega Man 6 and finished it the next stream. So that's typically what I do with these. I'm okay. Sleep at 10 a.m. Woke up at, ooh, good grief. Woke up at 4. I've been there. I've done that. I cannot stand when things of that nature. Yeah, just kick him while he's down. Cannot stand when things of that nature happen. It's absolutely annoying, man. I'm with you there. Come on. Dazzler has a special move. I just haven't actually tried doing it yet. You know it'd be great though. Just can I do it now? There we go. Okay, so she doesn't have that bad of a special move. It's just not quite what I thought it would be. Double Dragon is a quick game. Double Dragon is on the list of things I want to do. I actually have the arcade version of Double Dragon on the PS4. And so our first enemy is Pyro, an Australian with pyrokinetic abilities. He can control flames, and so he has a set of flamethrowers attached to his wrist that he can control the flames at any moment. He's kind of a pushover in this game. But during this period of time, he was one of the members of the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. Although, I am weirded out by some of the characters that are part of the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. Wow, he was actually pretty quick. But Double Dragon is on the docket for future games. I just haven't gotten to it. I've got like a bunch of beat-em-up games that I could play. That I could do this. I recently, which I think ERB recently did a stream of this, but the PS4 had the Capcom Beat 'em Up Classics on sale for like $5 a few weeks back. And so I ended up getting it. And so those are 6 beat-em-ups that I've got right there. I have Double Dragon, which I'm going to be honest with you guys, I absolutely hate. The arcade version of Double Dragon. It's so stinking annoying. But it'll probably get done sometime in the future anyway. D&D and Contra. Yeah, Contra would be a game that the arcade version of that would be, I believe, relatively easy to go through, simply because of the fact that you can just kind of continue where you were. And you would have infinite continues. But that's one of the things I'm trying to look for if I play an arcade game, is that you just kind of, if you die, you kind of just start up where you were earlier with no problems. That's kind of one of the things I'm looking into and looking for. Yeah, okay, those guys are hurt by those. Good. They should be. I still don't understand why Sentinels are working with Magneto. I'm pretty sure there's probably something in storyline plot that we don't understand, and probably won't understand. But, yeah, whatever. That's one of the least consequential weird things about this game. Well, we died. Crud. Die. Ah, nuts. Why did she stop mid-jump and do a kickflip? See, right there. Alright, that works. Whatever saves my life, that works. The original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I have the NES version of that. I do have the 1989 version for the Xbox 360. But because I don't have my 360 currently connected to the internet, for some reason, games like this will work, but it won't. And I haven't quite understood that. Whatever. Just blow up. Why did you just stop mid-jump, woman? It depends on what console it was purchased on. It was purchased for the 360, and so it's really weird, being the fact that, like, I'm not connected to the internet right now, and I'm on my 360, and this works just fine. I'm not connected, but Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I'm having issues with it. But I made sure to keep Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Scott Pilgrim vs. the World on my 360. Unless the hard drive dies, they will never. On Xbox.com. Dragon's Lair. I have a Let's Play of that. And I think I actually have it on here. And so I'll say this, Philly. It probably won't be today, but I'll keep that on the docket. I should have Dragon's Lair on this console. If not, I think I can play it on my Xbox One. I think, maybe, sort of, possible. We'll find out soon enough. But, but I'll definitely keep that in mind for the future. That game, that's a game that'll take about 30 minutes. I actually have the trilogy. I would really need to practice up on the second and third one, because the controls for it are, or not the controls for it are very much the same. The controls for it are a little bit more difficult. Hello. Alrighty. Alright, well, I got 2 of them. That's better than nothing. I like how the song here is like a techno version of Charles going X-Men, X-Men. It's like, Charles, you got a problem there? You having a stroke or something? Which is specific 3-6. Yeah, I gotcha. Alright, first boss. I'm the Blob. I'm fat.
Nothing moves the Blob.
Yeah, who for some reason is carrying around a spiked mace.
Nothing moves the.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hit you with that. Ah, fatty. If I remember right, his name is Fred Dukes, and his power is the fact that he has a super center of gravity. Like, that's it. Like, he's able to control his center of gravity really well. And so it's, like, almost impossible, even though I've done it twice, to take him off his feet. Look, while you're telling me that nothing moves you, I'm going to move you. Oh, right. That takes hell. Well, that's one way to beat him, I guess. I had forgotten that takes health.
X-Men. We have been taken by Magneto.
And so that's Shadowcat and Xavier, who's been taken by Magneto and a non-mutant by the name of Juggernaut. I remember Space Ace. I don't have Space Ace, so I could not play it. But it's something to remember for much later on. I used to think that was Jean Grey. Yeah, Shadowcat was for some reason also going to be a big part of that cartoon. I don't remember why they were placing such a big focus on Shadowcat, but they were. It's just the way they were planning on doing things, I guess. But yeah, I can easily see why you would think that's Jean Grey, because again, when you think X-Men, you know, especially during that period of time, you would probably think of Jean Grey. Okay, just do this. We're gonna get hit. Alright, we took out some of them at least. Shadowcat, not so much during this time period at least. Yes, Mookie time. Yeah, you honestly showed up in time. Soy, I had the most problems this morning. My computer monitor died a death, and so I had to figure that out. MAME, which I think thinking back on it, it's for the best that MAME didn't work, because, you know, I'm not enough clout. I don't have enough clout, or we don't have enough clout in Twitch to get away with it. So I'm going to hold off on trying to do MAME-related stuff, just, you know. You know, if a high clout streamer can... never mind, I won't get into it. But anyway, I couldn't get MAME to work. It kept locking up, so it, you know, kind of worked. This is X-Men, is what I'm playing. This is the X-Men arcade game. Commando... I had The Simpsons, and I had, oh, that didn't kill. Oh. Kill it with fire. Good. I had The Simpsons, and I had X-Men. Yeah, this is Dazzler, as you can see now. I had these two games on my Xbox 360, and I went, you know what, Moo can still go to the arcades. He can still play these two games. And so we've already finished the Simpsons arcade game, so now we're on the X-Men arcade game. And that's what we're doing. Kick him while he's or don't. You know, that works too. We're on the 3rd level already. Yeah, kick him. So how are you today, Soy? Are you having a good day? And I haven't asked. Yeah, I have asked everybody that so far. That's come in. Yeah. I'm other than the problems that I've had and being able to work them out. Hey, I'm great. I'm grand. I ended up taking a monitor that I owned from my office, and I'm using it instead. But to make sure that I wasn't I wasn't making a mistake, I talked to a friend of mine who is a hold on. Thank you. All I wanted was to hear that statement. I can talk now. I can talk again. Welcome to die. The English is strong in this game. So you should play Animal Plant or Animal Farm, whatever you played yesterday. Yes, you should play, and after he does that, he should play 1984. Windigo. And again, this seems like an odd choice for a character to have as part of Magneto's squad of mutants. If I remember correctly, the Windigo, it's something very similar to lycanthropy. That is how one would become a werewolf. That you became the Windigo when you were attacked by the Windigo. And so you would have its blood through your system. Alright, well, he's gone.
Go and rescue Kitty from the cave.
Kitty, Shadow Cat. Alright. But, other than those small problems, today's been a good day. After I streamed today, I'm taking Ren out on a date, and we're going to go do something. I don't quite know what yet. When I talked to her about it, she basically indicated that she wanted to go to a bookstore that we love. And so we'll probably end up doing that. And looking at all the used books and the used games, and I'll probably come home with more crap to play. I'm taking my wife on a date. Maybe she'll marry us someday. Nah, I'm a firm believer that even after you're married, you continue to date your wife. That is my personal view on the subject. And I'm going to continue playing as Dazzler because she doesn't get much love, rightfully so, within the realm of the X-Men. So we're going to give her, we're going to give that to her today. I mean, then again, if I remember right, her power was she could create a light show. That's about all that she could do, is that she was a glorified, you know, she was an 80s pop musician. And she could create light shows. And that was her power, if I remember right. Not like Jubilee. Jubilee could at least create fireworks, more or less, as her mutant power. Which, very similar. But I would see that, you know, fireworks would be a whole lot more useful than, like, I don't know, than like, I guess if you get a bright enough light in your eyes and you can't see what you're doing, yeah, that'd be useful. At the same time, I mean, I'm just saying, that's just my take on that. That's true, marriages, commitment, yeah. You keep on dating. Yeah, just drop it. Yeah, okay, kill one of them, or leave all but one dead. That works. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and run forward. Another one of these. I have no clue what this is, but whatever. Yay! Alright, kill that. I'm back down to like almost nil life. Another elevator! Just throw that and kill what you can. Good. Then get hit in the face. Alright, trying to remember the boss of this level. If I remember right, the boss of this stage I don't understand. If it's the one that I think it is. Because there is one boss here that I'm trying to think of who or what it is. I don't think it's this level. But it makes me severely question some of the decision making. I've already seen Windigo. Lucky for me, I have nothing else pressing to do today. That's always good. I assume that you spent some time with the Rents. At least that's what I assumed. And, which I would definitely recommend. You know, spend time with your parents. Enjoy them. I have seen the Rents, and more importantly, I've had a hair trim. Die! You got more than one haircut. You got a hair's cut. You and Soy. Okay, so I am working on something of that nature where Soy and I might be able to better do things of that nature as a... Good grief. Hold on. Alright, that works. As of the moment, we're not able to, I don't think. I don't think we'll be able to. It's something that we are working on where we can do more of this stuff online. We do have switches, and actually, we're actually overdue for a dual stream. Wow, you 1980s Dave Coulier. Wow. Could you at least do an impersonation of the jackalope? Fast as can be, you'll never catch me. I mean, please tell me you could do that to match the hair. I mean, that would be great. I mean, just hosting your own version of America's Funniest Home Videos. You have Golden Axe on Steam. I don't think I do. Not that that should matter a whole lot. I can get... Wait! Is it through the Sega collection that you have it, Soy? You can do a half-decent Bullwinkle. That's at least doable. You know, at least a half-decent. That's all we ask, is a half-decent Bullwinkle. You don't have to go full Bullwinkle. Okay, this boss is not the one that I thought it was. This boss is completely different. This is Nimrod. And again, I don't understand why Nimrod is a villain helping Magneto, since he's part of the Sentinel forces, which kill mutants. You can go buy each game individually. Well, I mean, I'm saying that because I think I've got the Sega collection, meaning that I would have Golden Axe, meaning that we could play that online together sometime. Yes, the boss is a Transformer. Nimrod isn't quite a Transformer. He was created as far as a superior, higher tech version of the Sentinels, created by the Master Mold, and so we've rescued Kitty. And look at that! Look at that! Look at how hiked up the '80s pants are on Shadowcat. They're like way up there. The reason why I was asking about that is I actually plan on one of the games on the list for Saturdays, if things work out, is Comic Zone, and that's how I'm going to play it, is through the Sega collection that I've... Oop, hello. Now, how am I supposed to get through that? Oh, I gotta wait for them to stop firing. Ow. That's how I get through that. Okay, that works. Ah! Although, Comic Zone, I could finish that in 2 hours. I would definitely need to use the save state feature during certain sections. Because Comic Zones is so hard. Look, I'm first in the game, the credits. Hey! Congratulations, you beat Animal Crossing. I didn't know that was possible, but hey, congratulations. Alright, whatever. Okay, no, we're not at a boss. No, I should be at White Queen at this point.
The White Queen, well...
The White Queen, well... Smack, 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 smack. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Alright, that was easy. And then someone caught my shark. Oh. Oh, crud, crud, crud. I'm just sitting here. Have I hit one of these yet? Okay, I've hit a few of them. Okay, they finally hit me. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Ah. Ew. Ah, whatever. Alright. Just take you three out. I don't care. It's funny that White Queen's not the boss of this stage. She's more like a mini-boss. Even though she's one of the ones featured at the beginning. Although Nimrod, you don't see him. You don't see Windigo, and they're full-blown bosses. So I didn't quite understand that. I like how Soy and I are asking Inu, have you hit 100K yet? We're like, we're pestering him into going, can you go ahead and do that? Can you go ahead and do that? Huh? Huh? Can you go ahead and just force one of us to play a game? Inu's just biding his time, waiting for a good moment. Waiting for one of us to start a new game, and then like in Street Fighter 2, a new challenger approaches. Yeah, I'm gonna... Her death sounds really... Oop. Oop. Yeah, I got smacked in the face by that. And we're back to, like, the dangerous boiling seas. If I remember correctly, this level is supposed to be, I want to think, Juggernaut. But I have questions about what they do with Juggernaut in this stage. Yeah, there's Master Mold. And Master Mold is very much like Krang. In Turtles in Time, in that he appears, wreaks a little bit of havoc. Okay. Oh, if I say, do these guys actually attack? Oh, you can fall to your doom. He's like, I'm done watching now. Animal Crossing isn't done. Yes, it does sound like death by that. Too much protein in her diet. Not enough fiber. Alright, this should be Juggernaut. And I don't understand something about the Juggernaut. Can anyone guess what is wrong with Juggernaut? If you know anything about comic books. Before I cheese him with all of this, what is wrong with the Juggernaut? Anybody? Anybody? I mean, he's missing his helmet now, which is actually very accurate to the game's character, or to the character. All right, he's defeated. Anybody want to tell me what's wrong with the Juggernaut? Outfit color? No, the fact that he's carrying a rocket launcher. The Juggernaut has his power. Okay, that should be Mystique. Yeah. Juggernaut's power is that with a special gem, he is an immovable force. Once he stops running, he cannot be stopped. And his only weakness is his helmet. If you can get his helmet off of his head, you can actually do damage to him. And so the fact that the helmet popped off, I think, is a neat little addition. Oh, yeah, okay. It's a neat little thing that they did in the game, but yeah, no. He should not have been able to do what he did. Or he should not have had a rocket launcher handy. And yes, if for anybody asking, I do know way too much about comic books and certain comic books and certain characters. That actually made me really angry about X-Men 3: The Last Stand. Vinnie Jones playing as Juggernaut. Juggernaut is not a mutant. Kane Marco is not, will not, and cannot be a mutant. And I noticed this game does something that is occurs way too often in beat-em-up games, is you start seeing bosses as regular enemies, which is a bit of an annoyance to me. How many quarters would you have used so far? Far, far too many. My parents would have been angry with me as many quarters as I would have spent at this point, because I don't think the game runs on lives per se. It runs off quarters, and 1 quarter is 1 life, and so a few dollars. I would have at least gone through, I would say, a tenner at this point, meaning I'm not very good at this game. Alright, got these guys down. Ooh! Alright, this boss, the way this is set up, it reminds me a lot of Apocalypse, who, again, was one of the earliest mutants to walk on planet Earth. Oh, why'd I turn that way? And yes, I'm cheesing bosses at this point. I probably shouldn't, but I am. I think these were given certain names, but they just remind me way too much of, as far as the Egyptian aesthetic, of what Apocalypse would have been. Ah.
Dazzler.
Alright. You're done. An hour and 25 minutes. We're trucking along. I think I've got...
X-Men. Magneto is planning to attack Earth from his asteroid base. You must foil his plan before it's too late.
Okay, Charles. Okay, Charles. We will head to the asteroid base, where we will fight against all the former bosses, and then Mystique, and then Magneto. And the way you're talking sounds very jilted. Why does she stop sometimes and sometimes she commits to the jump? There, she committed to the jump. I think it's the fact that I've got to wait until she's on the downward stroke. Then I do the move. That's dumb. That's the way the game set it up. Blah! You know what, just forget it, just die. I could actually go through the entire game and do nothing but the special move and cheese this entire game. It would take me absolutely no skill whatsoever. Good grief. And I really shouldn't do that. And that works. We moved on to Gold Sentinels. That's the other thing about beat 'em ups that I've noticed, is that you start out with a certain color of enemies, and then their strength is shown to you by what color they are. And so you have basically the same old hat enemy that you had earlier, but because they changed color, that means they're more difficult. They did make a Punisher arcade game where you played as either him or Nick Fury. It is not available like these games are. You would have to play it through an emulator. And the thing that I'm finding with emulating arcade games is that in a lot of instances you need a bunch of different files, even some not available in the in certain arcade certain ROMs. In order to play them. Forget this. Good grief. There. No! Okay, that defeat. No. Ah. It's on a 1-Up arcade machine. When you say a 1-Up arcade machine, do you mean like, available to buy, or I may be lost on that. When you say an 1-Up arcade machine, you lost me there for a brief moment. It's me, the Blob, and Windigo, and White Queen. So I have all three of these at once. Which, the good thing is, they're not too terribly hard. I guess I can just take the bosses and I can spam. Alright, there we go. Oh, available. That's right. The that you can buy at Walmart. I had forgotten about that. You are absolutely correct. They also have Turtles in Time, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, or Turtle, yeah, on one machine. They've got, I think, this X-Men game, as well as the Children of the Atom in one, and that may be the one that has the Punisher with it as well.
Dazzler.
Dazzle them. You got that old razzle dazzle. Oh, crud.
I am Magneto. You are nothing.
Oh no, we're fighting against Magneto. Whatever shall we do? And he leads to a room with a big M on the door. I'm only assuming it's through the power of we need to take more of your quarters. And I honestly think that's what some of these areas are. Good night. I couldn't move just then. Like, it would not, the game. Alright, jump. Get away from me. Oh, come on. Alright, that was Mystique. Which is kind of sad. I would have liked to have actually seen Mystique as a boss in this game, but whatever.
That was Mystique, not Magneto.
Really?
Is in another place. Go, X-Men.
I love that. He goes, that was Mystique, not Magneto. Just in case you didn't know. And so we actually have a boss fight with Magneto now. The Master of Magnetism. Alright, so we are at the end of this game. And I don't want to cheat. I don't want to cheese Magneto. Did he just call me an ex-chicken? Dead, you are ex-chicken, you are dead. What? Is he seriously saying ex-chicken? Cheese Magneto, as featured in... Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I just went, forget it. We're going to cheese Magneto. You are dead! Oh, come on. That should have hurt him. Alright, and step out of the way. Uh-oh. He's got his shield up. Nick Fury's here. Alright. I think you hit your special attack. Dude, seriously. Alright, we beat him. Saving content. Please don't turn off your console. Alright, thanks guys. So that's the end of the X-Men game. So that's 2 arcade games that we've beaten in a day. Magneto is defeated. X-Men succeed to rescue Professor and return victory to Earth with the victory. What? But still the battle against the threat... Oh, crud. This game is not over yet. Note, this game is not over yet. I'm glad to know that. I think I misread something a moment ago, and we have pictures of character... Okay, Colossus is in the game. Are we going to see any Dazzler comic shots? Are there... Oh, just as I asked for it. Dazzler pictures. There you go. So that's 2 arcade games down. The Simpsons Arcade game and the X-Men Arcade game. Yeah. She just got knocked down. She didn't get blown up. And so, with the time that I had available to me, and the ability to do what I was able to do, we made it through. And so what I'll do is I'll return every so often to little arcade games here and there, something that'll take me 45 minutes or so to beat, and I'll pick 2 of them out, and kind of go through them every so often on a Saturday. And so I can restart this and play through this if I so choose. I don't wanna. I don't wanna. So we have beaten Montgomery Burns. We have beaten Magneto. And we have finished these 2 games. I am going to call this a stream. I want to say thank you to everyone who joined me today. We have Inu, Escape Route British. We have Philly. We have Soy Bomb. And anyone else who may have joined us here. Inu. I think I'd said Inu. 45 games equals $20 worth of quarters. Thankfully, it didn't cost me $20 worth of quarters. You guys have a good one. Bye now.